Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend D.G. Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Ron Mars. You are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
All right. Hold on. The blackest night falls from the skies. The darkness grows as all light dies. We crave your hearts and your demise. By my black hand, the dead shall rise. Hello and welcome back. I almost didn't forget that. Of course not. Welcome back to Sector 2814, the Green Lantern podcast. I am Phil. Joining me as always, master of all cores, all colors, living and dead. It is.
I am Will. Hey everyone, and I can understand why you might forget this because this is the first time we're doing anything to do with Blackest Night.
Yes, it's not like this is part 9, week 9, kids, of Blackest Night. And I was like choking on my drink, and then I was like, oh yeah, I gotta talk. All right, kids. Well, this may be the most Green Lantern-centric week out of the 9, except for maybe like the first week, maybe. But yeah, it's because this time we're going to talk Blackest Night number 5, Green Lantern Corps 43, Green Lantern 49, and back to Blackest Night number 6.
You bet.
Yes. All right, I know you were saying you couldn't remember if we talked about it, but let's just mention it anyway, even if we already have. Yes, the Kyle Rayner Kilowog 2-pack figures from McFarlane Toys. So
yeah, Kilowog has a giant hammer, and yeah, it looks pretty darn cool actually.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
this is in addition to the Kilowog Superpowers action figure,
yes,
which I'm definitely going to have to get as well.
I know. Like I said, that superpowers thing is a slippery slope because I see a bunch I want to see, and then I want to get, and then it's like, well, there's this one and this one and this one. I'm like, oh no.
Well, if there's, I'm not trying to enable you here, but if there is a Nightwing one, I think that's kind of required.
There is a Nightwing one. I haven't got yet, so I need to get that. Yeah, but then I'm always like, oh, I do a Green Lantern podcast. I got to get all the Green Lanterns, and yeah. I think I said last time, like they're gonna have Blue Beetle's bug. I thought that looked pretty cool.
That does look really cool, but I can resist that for a while. Yes. The Green Lantern stuff, I got to get the Green Lantern stuff.
And we also already mentioned the coming soon, the Red Lantern Hal Jordan figure. So
oh yeah, the Funko Pop. That's right.
So there's a lot of Green Lantern merchandise coming out.
Yeah.
Now we just need like a show or a movie or something.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and I think the trade of what is it? The first 6 issues total. I think it's Jeremy Adams' work.
Oh, the current.
I don't know if that includes Night Terrors or not. I would think it should, but who knows what they'll do. I'll look that up because that was, I think, Blog of Oa had that, I believe, on their. They usually list what's coming out, on a month-to-month basis, which is a great place to check out stuff coming out for Green Lantern. Check out, Blog of Oa.
Oh, the universe is messing with me here, Will. Okay, because yes, the Kilowog and Kyle Rayner 2-pack is I guess up for pre-order. But if you do pre-order it, it's saying I can on Amazon. I guess it comes out it says the 31st, but that's a Sunday. Is that? I don't know. That seems weird. But it's saying I can get it delivered by Monday, April 1st, which happens to be my birthday. So the universe is trying to tell me something. If I pre-order it, it will come on my birthday.
The universe is not just telling you something. The universe is shouting at you.
And it's something. Kyle Rayner, my favorite.
Exactly.
It's like, come on, you poozer, pre-order it. Oh no, I know. I got plenty of enablers on this team, but remember, kids, always blame Lilith.
That's a good, as long as she's not around.
That's true. Yeah. It's, Never when she's around.
Somebody was trying to sneak it in.
That's right.
Oh, okay. I did find it. Green Lantern Volume 1 Back in Action. It's going to collect Green Lanterns numbers 1 through 6 and Night Terrors 1 and 2 of Green Lantern. So that's actually not bad. 8 issues.
Yes.
An 8-issue trade. So that's cool.
Yeah. I'm glad they did that because I mean some of the other books you don't have to include Black or what is it?
Night Terrors.
Night Terrors. Yes. I'm sorry. Night Terrors. So, but yeah, with the Jeremy Adams stuff, you need to because he wrote it and it kind of like weaves.
It worked really well. I mean, it weaved in between the issues there. So yeah, it looks like that'll be on sale June 4th of this year. So.
Oh, okay.
And there'll also be another reprint, a Showcase 22 facsimile edition.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of those, but it's. Yep. I mean, I've got the. Okay, kids. Back in the old days, we had this thing called the Turn of the Millennium. So DC issued about 50. How was it? 54 or 60? I don't know. It's a crap ton of Millennium editions of course, Showcase was in there. Action Comics #1. I'm sure you could look it up, but yeah. I have a few reprints of Showcase 22 at this point.
No. So is this the one coming as soon? Is it just a regular facsimile or is it like a shiny cover or?
No, I think it's just a regular facsimile. Okay. It's like the I did buy the Batman Year 1 issues. What was that? 404, 5, 6, and 7, maybe? Mm-hmm. I thought they did a really good job. I mean, it looks like those issues, except it's on a lot better paper.
Right. Oh, yeah. Oh, did you see a few months ago they put out the alternate Batman 428 where Jason Todd lives through the whole thing?
No, I did not see that.
It had a shiny cover, too. Uh-huh.
I may have to get that one.
I got that. You'd be surprised how little actually changes in the issue, but yes, it's the whole. Yeah, he lives through it.
Interesting, very interesting. Mm-hmm. I'll have to look that one up. I think they did New Teen Titans #1, I believe, also as a facsimile edition. I think I picked that one up.
So yeah, there's a bunch. Marvel and DC have been doing a bunch of them. I think there's even more coming. Mm-hmm. Oh, did you see? Yeah. Did you see? This affects everyone. They're finally putting out an omnibus of I don't know if it's all of them, but it's most of the Marvel and DC crossovers.
Oh, cool!
They've actually cool. I think they just announced that today. Yeah, I guess they've come to some kind of terms, or they're going to put out an omnibus of the crossovers, and including the Ron Mars, I think Green Lantern, Silver Surfer's in there. So,
which is actually still in continuity, I guess.
Kind of, sort of, yeah.
I mean, we've had a few Universal reboots since then, but
I mean, there's a big list here. I mean, it's okay. Here's the whole list. Batman Captain America #1, Batman Daredevil #1, Batman Punisher Lake of Fire #1, Batman Spider-Man #1. Oh man, I know somebody's picking this thing up.
Batman, my favorite character.
So Batman Spider-Man #1, Daredevil Batman #1, DC Special Series 27. I don't know what was in that. Darkseid.
Is that's Superman Spider-Man, I think.
Oh, is it?
Maybe.
Darkseid vs. Galactus, The Hunger #1. Green Lantern Silver Surfer, Unholy Alliances #1. Incredible Hulk vs. Superman #1. Marvel and DC present featuring the Uncanny X-Men and New Teen Titans #1.
That is peak. That is Walter Simonson, Chris Claremont. The 80s Titans, the 80s X. That is just such an awesome freaking book.
Oh yeah. Marvel Treasury Edition 28. Punisher, Batman, Deadly Knights #1, Silver Surfer, Superman #1, Spider-Man and Batman #1, Superman vs. The Amazing Spider-Man #1, which I believe is the very first one, and Superman Fantastic Four #1.
I don't remember that one.
Oh, did I read that? I think I might have that. Oh, it's a lot of. I'd say if not before, all of those are 90s and before. So
that's.
Oh, and I saw a cool stat too because it's both Spider-Man and Batman Spider-Man, both written by JMD Mateus. So someone, people are online saying, when they're talking about recollecting, they're like congratulating him. They're like, you're the only person in history who's written Batman and Superman Spider-Man and Batman together in a comic. Both times, the 2 times it happened, you were the only guy who wrote both of them. So,
and he needs to have his Spectre run collected, please. And
there's so much of his run that isn't collected because someone even pointed it out. I thought on Twitter they're like, isn't it sad that we're getting J.M. DeMatteis's Marvel DC crossovers collected before like his Spectacular Spider-Man run or anything like that?
Yeah. It's nuts. It is nuts. But it's strange to me too that they don't have the amalgam stuff in there.
Yeah, or like the you know what? So I wonder if that's what I'm saying. I wonder if this is going to be like Volume 1, and are they going to do a Volume 2 or something? Or
because there's the All Access, right? There was the DC versus Marvel,
yeah,
and then we had the All Access series, and then we had the amalgam stuff where they merged. Yeah. So I mean.
Unless they do that as its own separate volume or something.
Maybe. I don't know. Because I'm pretty sure we haven't seen Access in a couple of decades now.
I was going to say, I don't think he made it out of the 90s. He probably, the last time we saw him was probably in that issue of Green Lantern, remember when he shows up looking for Kyle?
Yeah.
That's probably the last time we saw him, I think.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, see, you thought we had nothing to talk about. All right. Should we talk these issues tonight?
These are some good issues.
Yes.
Really good.
Well, yeah, they're all Green Lantern centric, pretty much.
Yep. And I really like so I'm not going to spoil it. There is a swerve in Blackest Night, right? Hey, pour all the white light on and we'll kill him. Okay, wait, that didn't work. Okay. I like what works. It's because you're not expecting it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I know I'm not going to get specific, but we'll get more specific when we get to that point, in about 4 weeks. So, but yeah, these are really good issues, and we should jump right in.
All right. So yes, kids, we're going to start with Blackest Night number 5 from January 2010. Yes, I believe that's the only title, Blackest Night Part 5. Writer Jeff Johns, penciler Ivan Reyes, inker Eau Claire Elbert and Joe Prado, colorist Alex Sinclair, letterer Nick J. Napolitano, and editors Eddie Berganza and Adam Schlauman. All right, this one opens up on the planet Ryut of Space Sector 666, the homeworld of the Black Lantern Central Power Battery, where we not only see the Guardians of the Blue Lantern Corps, Ganthet and Sade, but also the heads of the 7 Lantern Corps, Green Lantern, Star Sapphire, Sinestro, Atrocitus, Larfleeze, Saint Walker, and Indigo 1. They find that the Black Lantern battery is no longer on the planet Ryut, so in order to find out its location, the Lanterns recite their respective Corps oaths and recharge their rings, except for Larfleeze, who does not have an oath for the Orange Lantern Corps.
Mine.
Pretty much, yes. Sinestro asks Larfleeze what he is waiting for, but he tells them that he is hungry again. Atrocitus volunteers to kill him, with Sinestro agreeing with him. But Indigo 1 tells them that all that is because of the orange light of avarice that Larfleeze is hungry all the time, with Atrocitus threatening that if stuffed the Orange Lantern power battery down Larfleeze's throat, then he'd be charged right up. I love. He's like, let's kill him, and I love when Sinestro's like, that's a good idea. We'll just we'll just use the next moron, who that ring finds.
Yeah.
Saint Walker walks up to Larfleeze and forgives him for the Orange Lantern's attack on Odom, and that as long as his Blue Lantern ring is nearby Larfleeze, his hunger will go away. Larfleeze is undoubtedly satisfied with the effects of the blue ring, but wants dessert. Hal then creates a construct of a pair of hands that bring Larfleeze and the power battery close enough that it actually charges Larfleeze's ring to 100,000%. Now that everyone is fully charged, literally in Larfleeze's case, Hal asks Ganthet and Sade where the Black Lantern Central Power Battery is. In Coast City, we see in a graveyard that the Black Lantern Central Power Battery was transported from Ryut to Earth. With the lanterns away, Barry Allen and Wally West are the only heroes alive against the power of Nekron and the Black Lantern Corps. Nekron tells Barry that his death was the first and his resurrection was the last, as Barry charges at Nekron. But Black Hand stops him and tells him that dying is inevitable because the living aren't supposed to exist. Barry manages to fight back, and he finds out that Black Hand was the one who dug up Batman's skull at the beginning of Blackest Night and tries to take it.
Batman, my favorite character.
While telling him to get his hands off Bruce's skull, but because Barry touched some residue from the Black Power Ring, it registers an emotional tether that has been established. Before Barry is destroyed by Black Hand, Wally saves him just in time. Knowing that the both of them cannot stop Nekron, Black Hand, and the Black Lantern Corps alone, Wally called in the Justice League and the Teen Titans to help them out. Meanwhile, in Manhattan, we see the Atom fighting against Damage of the Justice Society, who is transformed into a Black Lantern, but he is then attacked by his late wife, Jean Loring. Mira tries to save the Atom by washing Jean down with water, but it doesn't stop her, and she takes Mira and the Atom into Damage's ring. Back in Coast City, the Justice League and the Teen Titans are facing off against the Black Lantern Corps. Kid Flash joins with the other Flashes and tells them the good and bad news. The good news is that, for some unknown reason, Dove is tapping into the power of the white light and destroying the Black Lanterns around her. But the bad news is that Dawn and Troy was bitten by the Black Lanterns and is getting sick. As they are doing that, they head towards Nekron and the Black Central Power Battery. However, they are not trying to go after Nekron nor the Black Lantern Central Power Battery. They are going after the beings floating in the sky, the Guardians of the Universe. As they try to rip the Guardians out of the slimy black goo, the Scarred Guardian attacks the three Flashes, but she is stopped by the 7 Lanterns, who have arrived on Earth, with Sinestro feeling happy at the idea of finally destroying a Guardian.
It's the little things, man.
It's nice to see a guy take pride in his work, you know?
Yeah.
When the 7 Lanterns combine their powers, they try to stop her, but she comes out of the blast trying to go after the Lanterns. Larfleeze is particularly interested in gaining his own Guardian and tries to turn the Scarred Guardian into an Orange Lantern, but she manages to hold Larfleeze back. However, it is only long enough for the other Lanterns to destroy the Guardian once and for all. Now that they have destroyed the Guardian, the Lanterns join up with the 3 Flashes, and they all head to the Black Lantern Central Power Battery. The 7.
Say that 3 times fast.
I think I've been trying. The 7 Lanterns combine their power rings to recreate the white light of creation capable of destroying the Black Lantern Corps. However, it is ineffective, and Nekron unleashes a Black Lantern ring from the Central Power Battery. As that's happening, Donna begins to fall under the influence of the Black Lanterns and sees Wonder Woman feeling love. By releasing a Black Lantern ring from the Black Lantern Central Power Battery. Nekron resurrects
Batman, my favorite character.
Or a clone who spits out Black Lantern rings, while Nekron explains that he was behind every resurrection and they are all still connected to him. Superman, Kid Flash, Superboy, Wonder Woman, Green Arrow, Animal Man, and Ice are transformed into Black Lanterns, with Barry and Hal fighting away the rings. Thoughts?
Nice ending to that cliffhanger, right?
Yes.
Lots of good stuff in this issue. Although I'm a little curious at why Jean is taking the Atom and Mara inside a ring. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But other than that, we get Black Lantern Superman, Black Lantern Wonder Woman, Black Lantern Green Arrow, pretty much the entire Justice League with Hal and Barry.
Yes. Oh, did you see Nekron? Nekron knows what's going on because he referred to Zombie Batman as quote unquote Bruce Wayne with quotes around it. So
yeah,
he knows what's going on.
He would know, right?
Hey, this feels like Darkseid's work.
So we've been building up to getting the the Rainbow Corps together and having them come in and do their thing, and it doesn't work. Which is a great swerve. Hey, they're going to come back and it's going to be fine, but we swerve.
Yeah.
So, and then, that ending, that's a really good ending.
Oh yeah. And what about the little joke when they're trying to combine their beams and stuff? And it's like, I think I saw this on a Saturday morning cartoon where they talk about Captain Planet.
Yeah, exactly.
But this was a really good issue.
Mm-hmm. Art was great. Just
oh yeah, especially that cover.
Yeah,
Just with the blue back. I'm like, this should be like that. They should do this as like a glow in the dark or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice. Very nice.
Yeah. All right. Anything else, William?
No, I think that's it for that one. I mean, we get some more cool stuff in the next issue of Blackest Night, but we've got some Green Lantern issues to talk about before we get into that.
That's right. The 2 regular Green Lantern books for the month. All right. All right, let's get to that big cliffhanger from last week. Green Lantern Corps number 43 from February 2010, Red Badge of Rage.
Wonder who's that's describing.
Boy, this was quite the foreshadowing a few years beforehand.
Yeah.
And
this one, I guess go ahead. This one read really quickly.
Read quickly.
Yeah, exactly. But I think that was kind of the point because all this is happening very, very fast. We'll talk more about it once we hear the synopsis.
And they probably have like a it's like, oh, you have to be at a certain point by a certain issue, so that's probably why it's All right, Green Lantern Corps 43, February 2010, Red Badge of Rage. Writer Peter Tomasi, penciler Patrick Gleason, inkers Rebecca Bachman, Tom Guyan, and Patrick Gleason, colorist Randy Mayer, letterer Steve Wands, and editor Adam Schlauman. Oh my. Man, I thought this one had a synopsis. It does not have a synopsis.
Okay, well, that's right. I know this is too difficult for you, so I'm going to go ahead and start us off, and you can finish it. Kyle is dead. Okay. And that is affecting everybody at this point.
Especially Guy.
Particularly Soranik and Guy. But it's black rings are starting to... Kyle's ring is trying to go to Mogo.
Yes.
Right? And that's really annoying the heck out of Guy. And so Soranik's trying to bring him back. But then Guy gets angry. He's one angry guy. And he gets a red ring. So he is taking care of all of the Black Lanterns at this point by himself.
Oh, yeah.
And while that's going on, who's the Star Sapphire? What's her name? I forget.
Oh, but even before she shows up, a Black Ring's trying to take Kyle, and Sornik's trying to fight it off. Like, no, you're not. Before that, we get the other Indigo Lantern. Well, what's that other Indigo Lantern?
I think it's Indigo 2, right?
I think so. Yeah, and Kilowog's. They're helping protect Kyle. I'm trying to remember which Star Sapphire. It's the one with Crib.
Crib. And Guy is not particularly gentle with Crib. One, he destroys all of her undead children that are Black Lanterns. And 2, doesn't he rip off one of her arms and shove it down her throat?
Yeah. The Star Sapphire is Miri Ram.
Yes.
And the Indigo member is Monk.
Monk, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at the list here. Crib, apparent death. I
don't know. I mean, he does shove her arm down her throat. Yeah, that's not awesome. Miri shows up, of course, and then is able to revive Kyle with the help of Soranik because they love each other. The power of love. Blah blah blah.
Yes.
And I do like Kyle's ring. Then comes. Kyle's ring was.
You see him make a U-turn but he starts breathing again. Yeah.
And he gets welcomed back to the Green Lantern Corps.
Oh yeah, with a nice splash page.
Yep, very nice splash page.
See, that's my thing. It says "Welcome to the Green Lantern Corps." I'm like, shouldn't it say "Welcome back to the Green Lantern Corps"?
So now that he's back, Guy's still running, amok, basically. And then they get backup. And I love the final page of this issue. Yeah. Final 2 pages of this issue. If any lantern deserves a double-page splash, it has to be Mogo.
Oh, yeah. I guess Mogo does socialize.
Yep, exactly. And this was good, don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But it's up against some really, really stiff competition this week in particular with number Blackest Nights 5 and 6, plus the Green Lantern book. So I will be curious about your rankings after we get through them, because it's so close.
I know.
Any of them could be 1, any of them could be 4, and that's,
Yeah. Well, again,
crazy.
I mean, literally, none of these are like, those spin-off miniseries or one-shots. These are basically the main books, of this event. So
exactly. So what did you think about this? The art was great on this one. The splash page with Kyle, the double-page splash with Mogo. I mean, the art was great. This is just a good look. This is just a gorgeous book.
Oh, I love this issue. Yeah, Kyle's not dead.
Yeah, Kyle's. By the way, spoilers. Kyle's not dead.
Yeah, well, I think we already spoiled that, but yes, Kyle's not dead.
He got better. It's okay.
Will's like, I had to wait 10 years for Hal Jordan to come back. You had to wait a month.
It's all right, but we talked about this last week. At this point in Blackest Night, there was probably a fairly even chance that they could have killed Kyle off.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad they didn't, and I'm sure you're glad they didn't, but I think that's what kind of gave that cliffhanger ending of last, Green Lantern Corps issue, what was that, 42, such a punch, because, hey, they could have killed him,
Yeah, because as I said, I think I said that last time, I'm like, they're not killing Hal off, but it's like, Kyle, I'm pretty sure, but there's that,
Yeah. Well, and I think that doubt was there too. If it would have been John or even Guy, I think that doubt would have been there as well.
Maybe
Hal's back because he was in the main book, and this is kind of his event. So, but the other 3, I am happy that none of them were bumped off during this event. So.
But yeah, no, I enjoyed this issue, and watched, Kyle's back, Guy's going nuts as a Red Lantern.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anything else on this one?
No, I think this is a great issue. Another great issue.
All right. Well, we can move to the Green Lantern issue, which also doesn't have a synopsis. I swear it did, but I guess this one doesn't either. All right. Green Lantern 49 from February 2010. Semper Fi. I wonder who this could be. Writer Jeff Johns, penciler Ed Benes and Marcos Mars, inker Ed Benes and Luciana Del Negro, colorist Hi-Fi Design, letterer Rob Lee, and editors Eddie Berganza and Adam Schlauman. Like I said, all right, no synopsis here. Shut up, Siri.
So with this one, we get finally.
Yeah, we finally see what John's up to, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, we get an issue focused on him, which I don't think we've had one since Rebirth, right? I mean,
yeah,
not that he got a focus, but if we go back to Rebirth, John is not seen a lot.
No,
he was in a background for a lot of the first year or two of Hal's book, of the main Green Lantern book.
He was undercover and.
Yeah. So this is a welcome change, to get something that focuses on him.
Oh yeah.
Although it is Katma and Xanshi, so.
Xanshi.
Why didn't she get to come back? Come on, man.
And I'm trying to remember, is this like? I mean, I know they've been doing this in like the Justice League animated series and stuff, but is this like one of, if not the first time where we've kind of done
retconned his
origin. Yeah, he's no longer an architect now; he's like the former Marine and stuff.
I think so. I mean, because it's the first time I remember it. I mean, he was always, when we were reading, post Emerald Twilight stuff.
I mean, the end of Cal's book, he was still an architect. Yeah. It seemed like, yeah.
So, yeah, I think this is probably the point where not necessarily, because. Remember in Rebirth and Secret Origin, he was in the Marines when Hal was,
Secret Origin, yeah,
in the Air Force. So, but this is really kind of expanding on it. We get kind of a backstory for him as a sniper and all that stuff. So, we get to see Drick again as a Red Lantern, and they reference. I'm assuming they're referencing the storyline from the end of the Green Lantern Volume 2. Is that?
That's what I took it. Yeah, because it's talking about John and Katma. Yeah, and like Sinestro and
Sinestro and Sector 3600, and I haven't read those, so I'm kind of looking forward to going back and reading those eventually now.
I mean, are we talking about that? Yeah, I mean, that's like right before Crisis, right? Or like right around there?
I think it was just post-Crisis when, because the book ended when they killed Sinestro, right, I guess? Or
to
death in the battery.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I
couldn't remember if it was like pre or post issue 200, but
I think it was post, but I'm not sure. Because this would have been like 87 or 88, right? Before the thing that we don't talk about.
Yeah. But of course, we see all the dead bodies on Xanshi, and then we see zombie Katma Tui.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get to flashback.
And I'm curious about Drick. If you look at him, he's a Black Lantern, but on his symbol, he's half Green Lantern.
Yeah.
So
I wonder if he's not completely zombified because he was kind of like undead
already
before.
Dead. Yeah, kind of.
How did they describe it? Or was like a bug in the ring or something? Like a
The ring somehow kept him alive. Yeah. So then we do get Black Lantern Katma Tui, and then we get the flashback to John as a Marine and killing lots of people as a soldier.
Yeah, basically to save his buddy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then he calls up. He gets a nice double-page splash here.
Oh yeah, another nice splash. Let's say yeah.
Yep. And then he's got like, oh, you know what? I don't need to fight you. I'm going to get the heck out of Dodge. So
because
he runs.
Yeah, Katma says you can't win a war by yourself. Personal under the rise. He's like, you're right. Thank you. It's time I buried Xanshi and like I buried everything else. I need a real core to do that. Noah's right around and yes, he's called.
And that looks like Earth.
He calls Earth. He calls Earth. Yeah.
Yeah. You've got incoming.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and look who's going to show up in issue 50. Black Lantern Spectre.
Yeah, and hey, look at the cover to Green Lantern 50. I wonder what that is. But yeah, I thought this was a good issue.
Yeah.
But honestly, at least kind of keeping a tally, I think I put this under the Green Lantern Corps 43.
That's what I was going to say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this was done. This was good.
And it wasn't even the John Stewart thing wasn't even a full story because you get a backup with like the Adam and Mira.
Oh yeah.
In the ring, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know you're reading from the trade. Yeah, that's still in this issue because when Dead Man shows up, that's the last page of this issue. Yeah.
Gotcha. That was collected in Blackest Night.
Yeah.
Number 5.
Yeah.
At the end of number 5, so.
Because that's pretty much them in the ring, and then they find out, Superman and the others have been turned into Black Lanterns.
Mm-hmm.
So the John Stewart thing wasn't even a full story. So,
I mean, I think it was.
It was fine.
It was good.
Yeah, but I don't think it was as good as.
It wasn't as good as Reed as the Core or Blackest Night 5 and 6. 6 has we have a nice cliffhanger ending at 5, and then we're going to start talking about 6, and it's I don't know. 6 and 5 are close. 6 may beat out 5 for me, though. I don't know.
Yeah, let's break this down. But yeah, I mean, and the other thing about the Green Lantern issue, it's like, I get it. I appreciate what Jeff Johns was trying to do with Xanshi, but it's like, how many times are we going to keep coming back to Xanshi?
Yeah. Well, we came back to it in the last Green Lantern volume.
I know.
I mean, it's such a
surprise fatality, wasn't there?
Yeah, it's been done so much now. I mean, I think that they've mined that so much that we just need to move past it.
Yeah. It would be like taking something for Hal from like, I know you don't want to hear Action Comics Weekly and just like beating that into the ground.
Yeah.
Although they kind of do that for John too, because it's the death of Katma Tui,
Katma Tui. Yeah, they do that too. I mean, it's if we could get one thing out of the Thorn run, I would probably be really, really forgiving of how they did it if they brought Katma back.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's like the two biggest detriments of John is like Katma Tui and Xanshi, because they don't let him move on from either one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And, getting Katma back, I think, would be cool. And then Xanshi, they didn't deserve to die, but they were a whole bunch of cannibals from what I remember. So
Yeah. And again, it's not like he didn't try to save them. And, It was just, it was beyond his ability. And again, too, like you say, what was the Martian Manhunter going to do?
He was going to use his intangibility to turn the whole planet intangible so that the blast would just go through them. And then, something like that, I'm sure.
I'm sure that's easy.
Yeah, I'm sure that's really easy to do.
All right. Shall we get to Blackest Night number 6?
You bet.
Another great cover.
Yep. An iconic cover.
Oh, yeah.
There are so many iconic covers during Blackest Night.
All right. Blackest Night number 6, February 2010. Blackest Night. It's the title, Blackest Night. Inker Jeff Johns. I think it's the same team from Blackest Night 5. So this one continues where Blackest Night 5 left off. In Coast City, the heads of the 7 Lantern Corps are bewildered at what has just transpired. St. Walker believes that the swarm of black rings are trying to take over the living as well as the dead, but Hal disagrees, saying that the rings are only going after the ones who were resurrected, including himself and Barry Allen, while at the same time being attacked by the members of the Justice League who were just transformed into Black Lanterns by Nekron, including Superman, Superboy, Wonder Woman, Kid Flash, and Green Arrow. After being joined by Wally, Hal throws Barry a construct of a lion to him, and the two heroes run away from the battle nearly at the speed of light and transports them 2 seconds into the future. Inside a Black Lantern ring, Ray Palmer and Mira are fighting against the Atom's resurrected wife, Jean Loring. Suddenly, Deadman appears and takes possession of Jean and tells them to go away before the ring regains control of Jean's body, as well as telling them that every Black Lantern in the universe is converging on Earth when they hear John Stewart informing them of incoming Black Lanterns from space. Enlarging himself and Mira out of Wonder Woman's lantern ring, Wonder Woman and Mira battle each other while Sinestro and the other Lanterns continue the battle of the Black Lantern Corps. They realize that even together, the 7 Lanterns are only creating a fraction of the white light necessary to destroy the Black Lanterns. Ganthet advises that in order to succeed, they must unite all members of the 7 Corps and use all their power to destroy the Black Lantern Central Power Battery, which Indigo One tells them that her Corps can gather the other members of the Corps, but it will take time. Once that happens, Ganthet, the Guardian of the Blue Lantern Corps, takes Hal's Green Lantern ring and duplicates it to become a deputy member of the Green Lantern Corps. As his last act as a Guardian, Ganthet initializes a program within the power rings of the other 6 Lantern Corps to duplicate and search for their respective emotions, deputizing individuals for each Corps for 24 hours. For the Blue Lantern Corps of Hope, Barry Allen joins the Blue Lanterns for feeling hope that the crisis will end soon. While fighting for his life in an underground bunker, Lex Luthor is trying to hold back dozens of Black Lanterns and, surprisingly, his own father, Lionel Luthor, when an orange ring appears to him and becomes a member of the Orange Lanterns for wanting it all. At the same time, Jonathan Crane, the Scarecrow, is releasing his fear gas on unsuspecting people when a yellow ring attaches itself to him. And the Scarecrow joins the Sinestro Corps for his ability to instill great fear. Fighting against Black Lanterns, the Atom is chosen to become a member of the Indigo Tribe for having the ability to feel great compassion. During her battle against Wonder Woman, Mira is selected to become a member of the Red Lantern Corps for having great rage against the Princess of the Amazons, while Diana is being chased by a Star Sapphire ring which attaches itself to her finger and expels the Black Lantern ring from her and brings Wonder Woman back to life. So the new heralds of the 7 Lantern Corps are Ganthet of Oa joining the Green Lantern Corps, Barry Allen of the Blue Lantern Corps, Mira of the Red Lantern Corps, Lex Luthor of the Orange Lantern Corps, Wonder Woman of the Star Sapphire Corps, and Scarecrow of the Sinestro Corps, and the Atom of the Indigo Tribe.
Cool. The Atom, his kind of, Indigo ring-inspired outfit looks like kind of his time in the 80s, when he was small and in the grass and fighting bugs and stuff, I think.
Yeah, like his barbarian thing, yeah.
Yeah.
But so all right, so thoughts, William. So yeah, no matter their differences, all those rings are based on Owen technology. So.
Owen tech, yeah. Which is interesting from a more recent standpoint, because if all Owen tech was removed from the DC universe, as was, planned, that means all the red rings, all the rings were gone until they were somehow recreated during whatever happened on Oa, with the new...
Or did they hit a kill switch on all of them? I mean, if they're all based on the same tech, can you just shut them all down? Yeah.
But, this was a really good issue. I mean, we got Blue Lantern Flash.
I do like that whole trick where the Black Rings are chasing Barry and Hal, and Barry jumps them 2 seconds into the future to shut them ring downs. Yeah,
exactly. That was cool. And then we get that end page with the deputies basically.
Yes, which
is pretty darn cool looking.
And then there's that splash page of John getting chased by all the Black Lanterns.
Yeah, that's cool. That's like a double page. They turned it on its side, I think, if I remember right. And I like how Ganthet says, "I welcome myself to the Green Lantern Corps." Yeah, here's the 2-page in the collected edition.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm trying to remember if in the comic if they did that. I didn't pull it out, but yeah, they probably did like that.
So yeah, this is a really, really good issue. I'm thinking I have to rate Green Lantern Corps 43.
Oh, yeah.
That's the best book. And then probably Blackest Night 5, Blackest Night 6, and Green Lantern 49 would be, I think, the way I would rank them.
I think I might have to agree with you there.
It's a great week.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's so fun. I'm looking over this scene with Lex again. I mean, so all those Black Lanterns, he says, "I took your lives apart before I can do it again." So are these all the people Lex is responsible for their deaths, either directly or indirectly? So, so all these zombies are just,
just there for him. Yeah, I think so.
Well, that's something.
The
Scarecrow.
I don't know. I'm waffling between 5 and 6 because I love, Barry running.
Yes.
That with Hal, because that's a long-term relationship that they've had since the Silver Age, and and Jeff Johns, brought, hey, we're pals, and it's like, hey, come on, we're getting out of here, So that's close. But Blackest Night, how about this? Green Lantern Corps 43, Blackest Night 5 and 6, and then Green Lantern 49.
Yeah, I was gonna say for 5 and 6 are pretty much neck and neck. Yeah.
Yeah, but this is we're closing in on the end, and things do look pretty bad. Although I think next week we will get to the probably the second issue of the Wonder Woman, and I'm not sure where that fits in with her being a Star Sapphire.
Yeah, we might have to. I don't know if that backtracks a little bit because I swear it looked like she was a Black Lantern on the cover. So
gotcha. But I find it interesting that Star Sapphire. Once she got the black ring off, the Star Sapphire, she wasn't really dead.
Yeah.
So, that's interesting. But I mean this is a real, like we've been saying for 9 weeks now. This is a really, really well done event. Yeah. I mean, to me, it seems to be taking all of the good things that you get from a company-wide crossover and just leaving all of the kind of the bad stuff associated with those, like interrupting a book's flow or doing, all these other things. It's just leaving that behind, and we're only kind of getting the really good stuff here,
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Yeah, next week it's back to Blackest Night, Wonder Woman 2, Flash 2, JSA 2, and then we're going to do Green Lantern Corps 44 and Green Lantern 50.
Woohoo! With the Parallax cover.
I was going to say, he always has to show up for issue 50, doesn't he?
He does. It's like a thing for him.
All right. Anything else, William?
Nope. I think we're good. This has been a really good week, and I knew I liked Blackest Night, but I didn't realize that it's better than I thought it was.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah,
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, me too. It had been a while since I read it, and I'm like, yeah, I remember it being pretty good. But yeah, again too, I was reading it as it was coming out. Like I wasn't reading the whole. I don't think I read the whole thing.
Everything.
Yeah, some of these crossovers I hadn't read. So yeah, reading everything as a big chunk. Yeah, it's even better.
It is. It's an impressive achievement. It really is.
All right, so yes, like I said, next week. Blackest Night. That's right, kids. For week 10, Blackest Night, Wonder Woman 2, Blackest Night Flash 2, Blackest Night JSA 2, Green Lantern Corps 44, and Green Lantern number 50.
Yeah.
All right, so yes, send us your thoughts on everything that's come before, everything coming up. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics episodes, social media, merchandise, buy some cups, buy some t-shirts, just rain random money on us through the Cash App link, little particular favorite.
Make it rain.
And, of course, the Patreon. Again, you're getting crazier, wilder over there. We may even be getting some little Hellfire conspiracy theories here in the coming months. So, yes, jump on the Patreon now because... you're going to kick yourself if you don't, because it's getting more
vicious and brutal than ever.
So find everything all in one place. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. It's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network.
I love it.
All right, Mr. Will Allred, master of the core, master of the quantum zone, master of podcasting, and of course, especially Kickstarter, because he has something going on right now on Kickstarter.
That is right. We've got about 10 days left on Crossover Division number 5. We're 80% funded at this point, so we're definitely on our way. We're just about there. Check it out. You can do that at crossoverdivision.com/Kickstarter. or crossoverdivision.com/KS. If you'd also like to check out some other things that I write, you can do that at diaryofnight.com, which is the title Diary of Night. And if you want to get in touch with me, you can do that. I'm at Walred at Gmail and Twitter and Facebook and Blue Sky and
a couple things.
Probably other places I can't even remember at this point. But yeah, feel free to reach out and we can chat about some stuff. And finally, you obviously have great taste because you're here listening to Phil and I go on about Green Lantern, which means you probably love Marvel's Quasar almost as much as we do. If you'd like to find out more about Quasar, you can do that at the Quantum Zone, quantumzone.org.
I'll put it in my navel.
I am God. He goes limp in my grip. I hope it's going somewhere nice.
You know where this is going.
They aren't even attempting to enter our orifices.
Star Blast.
I, of course, love Hal Jordan.
All right, kids. Thank you for joining us. Week 9 over and done with. Again, only 4 more weeks of only 1 more month of Blackest Night.
1 more month.
We're 2/3 through already. Well,
woohoo! And then starts Brightest Day.
Yeah, exactly. I know. I was looking at the schedule. I might have to add an extra episode because I think I have like 2 through 12 on an episode. I'm like, no, that's not going to do.
Yeah, that's a lot.
All right. Come back next time, kids, and remember, fire powers combined. Zombies. Good night.
Nice.